Hello everybody, today we're going to talk about how to subdivide out some parcels using the slide line tool in Civil 3D. So in our last video we talked about how to subdivide out some lots using basic polylines, arcs and lines in AutoCAD. This one is a bit more of an automated method, so if you have a lot of consistency in your lot parameters, you can go ahead and use the slide line. So as you can see here, I've got a couple of bigger lots, particularly lot number 2 and lot number 54 that I'll need to subdivide out. So let's start with number 54 here. I'm going to go up to the parcel tools here and select parcel creation tools, and you'll notice there's a little drop down. You'll need this to set up some of the criteria for your lots that you want to lay out. So we've got a minimum area, which you can type in, it'll abide that by, and our minimum frontage, so that's the distance along the front of the lot. So if you're on a curved lot and you need some room for utility layout, you can make sure you've got a minimum frontage, and you can also specify the frontage offset. So in this case it's 3, which means that that frontage distance of 5 meters will be measured at 3 meters back. So that might be the edge of the right-of-way that the city might have set out. So pop that in there, and then your minimum width, so whatever your minimum widths are for your lots, that's what it's going to use. And your minimum depths, if you have that parameter as well, you can set that in. And how your lots will be divided, if there's a discrepancy between the frontage and the area, you can tell it which one will take precedence. In this case it'll be the shortest frontage. I like to turn the automatic mode off and lay out the lots one at a time so I can see what it's doing and where the remainder is going to be placed. So in this case, any leftover land is going to be popped into the last parcel there. Okay, so once you've got that set up, you can minimize that, and you're going to hit this drop down and you're going to select slide line create. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that, and it's going to ask me what site do I want to pop it into, and I say site 1. You can make a new site 2 if you want. The area label style, I'm going to use a parcel number, and I'm going to leave the automatic segment labels off. I'll label them manually later. So I'll say OK, and I'm just going to minimize that. So on the command line, notice it's asking me to select a parcel to be subdivided. So that's where I pick the number. So you're going to have that label on there. So I'll go ahead and pick the number, and then it says pick the start point on the frontage. So here I'll want to make sure I start at that curve. At the end of the curve, don't start here, otherwise you'll have a gap in your lots here of this little section here. So make sure you go from the edge of the curve all the way around, and you can see it'll add that in there, and then we'll pop that into the end just like that. And when you're done, you're going to hit enter, and you'll notice it'll have your lots selected as well. And if I hit enter, it's going to use that frontage to draw lot lines perpendicular to the frontage. The other option is, and when you're done you can go ahead and look at whatever you're looking at there, but the other option is if you needed a predefined azimuth or a lot direction, you can still use that slide line. Go ahead and pop it into a parcel. You can pick the lot number, same as before. Pick your frontage, same as before, but this time instead of hitting enter, which will make each lot line perpendicular to the frontage, you can specify a specific azimuth. So maybe I wanted those lot lines to be at a slight angle, so I could say maybe 170. So you'll see that those lots lines will come in at 170 degrees, something like that. Okay, and that's how that's going to work. And the same thing for curved lots like this, exact same procedure here. Go ahead and set up your parameters. Once you got those set up, go ahead and use your slide line and say OK to what site you want to put it in. Minimize that, pick your parcel number, and then pick the frontage end on one side all the way around, pick the frontage side on the other, and then do not, in this case, add a azimuth or a bearing. You just hit enter and it'll make those lot lines perpendicular to the frontage, including all the around that corner where we want those pie lots placed. So I'll just go ahead and say enter, 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 all the way down, and off we go. And there's our lots. And if you need to make any changes, the nice thing about this slide rule is that notice that when you pick it, you can go ahead and slide that parcel and it'll subdivide it out based on where you slide that to. And if you need to get rid of one, maybe you want that one end lot to be a little bit bigger, just go ahead and delete the line, and it will make that last slot a little bit bigger, and then you can make some slight adjustments based on whatever your criteria is. And that's how you can use the slide line to create some parcels very quickly. Thank you.